Hey everybody, so today we're going to be talking about grit, the power of passion and perseverance by Angela Duckworth. So the author defines grit as the pursuit of long-term challenging goals with passion and perseverance. This is a quality that everybody can benefit from. You don't want to be somebody who just tries something, gives up quickly, and says, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't find my passion if you don't try. The author talks about a few different ways to help manifest this. A few of the things that she talks about that really got me going is one, a growth mindset. So how would you define your thoughts on this topic? So are you somebody who A, looks at your intelligence as being something that can't grow over time, like you were born a certain way and you're going to stay that way for the rest of your life? Or someone who can substantially change your intelligence level over time? So I gotta say, for myself, I used to be somebody who was of a closed mindset, who did not believe that I could grow or become something that I'm not. I used to always think like, okay, this is a certain way. If you're basically fate, like 100% was fate. Like if I wasn't this, then there's no way I could become that. So two ways to really allow yourself to manifest this, a growth mindset, is one, is to change your self-talk. So if you're a negative person, it's gonna take a lot of work, but it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So if you can just change your self-talk, so going from things like, say, I can't do this. If you're always telling yourself, I can't do this, you're right. But if you allow yourself a chance to learn and switch your self-talk to something like, I can't do this yet, that is going to pay dividends that you cannot imagine. Just simple things like this really allow you as an individual to grow on levels that you can't believe. Another way, this kind of leading off of this, is using mistakes as opportunities. So for me, I always believe that if I make a mistake or I couldn't do something, that was it. I make a mistake, this is reason to give up, let's quit. Why would I even continue? What's the point? I'm not good at this. But what I didn't really put together was that a lot of people are like this. Everyone's like this. Nobody just wakes up, is the best three-point shooter in the world. Ray Allen, for instance. Steph Curry. You think Steph Curry was just all of a sudden just the best shooter in the world? No. He'd been playing basketball his whole entire life. And it wasn't until the last 5 years that he really became a staple in the game, like where he's like, okay, Steph Curry's the best shooter. It took a lot of time. So it's critical to use those mistakes as opportunities. And by that, I mean using it to learn from. So just because you can't do something yet doesn't mean that you can't do that in the future. It just takes making small adjustments, trying something, you make a mistake, you adjust. Make an adjustment. Constantly making adjustments is the key to becoming a master at something. Another one of the major concepts in this book that she talks about is goal setting, passion, and purpose. And these are all interconnected. So let's first start with goal setting. What are you trying to accomplish? If you don't know what you're trying to accomplish, you won't really be able to find that purpose. And then your purpose will create and drive that passion. So for instance, I had a lot of trouble getting this channel off the ground. I'm telling you, like probably for a couple of years, I was saying, I want to start a YouTube channel. But I never got around to it. I always kept making excuses about this, excuses about that, and never got around to doing it. It wasn't until very recently where I really sat down and thought up to myself, why do I want to do this? And that purpose, it started with my top level goal. So my goal is that I want to be able to have a channel here, transmit information to you that has helped me to help foster success in my life, and also transmit ideas and topics that mentors have helped me with as well. So hopefully the way my mentors have helped me and made a massive impact on what I'm doing and everything that I interact with, I can do that for somebody else. How do you find your passion? And I think it's quite simple. You got to try different things. So I went to a seminar recently, and I was talking to a lady who has a military background, and she had this mentality, which I applaud, quite frankly, is to never quit. She was always growing up. She was not allowed to quit. Whatever she was doing, she could not quit. So at first I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's great. And then I asked her after, though, do you think it was because of this mentality that you weren't able to find your passion because you weren't able to try different things? And there she was kind of taken aback, and she stopped to think about it. And she said that might just have been it. And I think that really is the key. Just allowing yourself to try different activities, and then as you learn something, you'll either find it pleasurable or not. And then from there, your passion will grow over time if you keep at it. One other thing she touched on was this topic of deliberate practice, she calls it. So imagine you're trying to be a better piano player. And if you keep playing, you might be a good player, you might be decent, but if you keep playing the same song every time, are you really getting any better? Probably not. Maybe slightly, but not making the strides that you want to. So I don't know about you, but if I'm going to be working at something, I want to be great at it. I don't want to just be okay at it. I want to really make sure that I'm giving it my all, learning as much as I can about the whole system. So what she talks about deliberate practice is focusing on a component of that. So like say for instance, you're playing a song, I don't really know, but you're playing a song and you have to get to a certain note. For some reason you always mess up on it. That's why you stop playing a second song. So now you focus specifically on working your hands to get to that note. So bam, bam, hit the note. So if you keep focusing on that, then you'll become better at that. So then in fact, you'll become a better piano player in that instance. So that's what becoming like great at something entails, is a lot of small pieces coming together to make a whole. And what's great about that topic is it applies to anything. So even with this, so here I am making a video. I'm going to learn from this video and see, okay, maybe the lighting wasn't perfect. Maybe the microphone has to be placed a little bit differently. Maybe my speech is too low. Maybe I'm not looking directly at the camera. So certain things that I'll notice that I'll be able to focus on directly to make a better production for you. So to wrap this up, it is absolutely critical that you know that you can become more than you are. Without that growth mindset, you'll never allow yourself to try new things. You'll never allow yourself to fail, make mistakes, because that is the cornerstone of increasing your grit and also becoming great at what you want to be great at. Check out the grit scale. You can look it up and on Google, see how you score. It's like 10 questions, so it's a quick thing you can do. And she recommends to take it over time. So like maybe today, maybe next month, whatever you see fit, and see how your grit changes over time. Because it's great that grit is not just an innate quality. It grows over time. You don't have to be super intelligent. Anybody, just because you're really smart doesn't mean you're going to be really gritty. I definitely recommend this book. Let me know what you think of this book and any questions you have. Thank you very much. Remember this: develop yourself, develop your wealth.